Hey everyone, welcome to the Costume Jewelry Chronicles with Lynn and Carrie. Each episode we will feature a new vintage costume jewelry designer and talk a little bit about jewelry reselling. We hope you enjoy.
Hey everybody, it's the jewelry call. It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday, the jewelry call. 10 o'clock in the morning. We meet on Tuesdays at Central Time for the jewelry call with Lynn, and I do that together. Lynn has a great haul to show us today. I had a question though first before we get going that I had on my I have a Cameo that I feel like I think it could be a lava Cameo, but I am not sure enough. So I thought if I would ask my good jewelry friends, maybe somebody could help me. So and I'll tell you why I feel like it is a lava Cameo, and then you tell me why you think I'm right or wrong, because I'm not sure. Let me share my screen here. I'm not sure that I've actually had one for certain before. So let me make it big here. It has the porous. So at first I thought these were chips, but they match the back like where they're like a porous material. And I think the weight feels about right too. I mean, it's old. It's definitely old. A little cruddy around the outside, but let me get the back picture. See the pores stuff in there? It's a little, so I don't know. What do you think?
My opinion is I think it is because the image on the front is an older image. You don't see that on
Mm-hmm.
newer cameos. The pores, yeah, definitely is a sign of that. And it's not as shiny as
Mm-mm.
resin would be.
It's
So
kind
it's
of
got
dull.
that matte look to it. I truly believe it's lava.
Yeah, I think so too. And the hinge is right for being old.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, definitely. It's got the
oh,
tube hinge.
tube hinge. Yeah. So I think it is. I think I feel safe saying it is, but I just wanted to run it by. And like if you get a Cameo and it's got cruddy, like I didn't want to do too much work to polish it up, because I just leave it and somebody wants to restore it, will do their thing, or somebody will just leave it like it is. It's very well carved. I mean, you can tell when you really look at it and you hold it, and it's kind of light. It's not super heavy. Um, but usually that's how they are. So I just want to know if I was on the right track.
You think that's carved and not poured into a mold?
Yes, I do. I don't
Does
think
it
this
have
is.
little like indents from a knife when you look really
Yeah, it's
close?
got the styration things, you know what I mean? Like in her hair. I don't think it was
And it
mold
almost
poured.
looks gold.
Yeah, it was a very nice. I don't think the bubbles are resin, Larry. I think the bubbles are from that lava rock.
So you
It
think that's
has,
ground lava
huh?
or that's actual carved lava?
I think it's carved, but that I'll have to
Yeah,
look
I
at.
think so too.
I think it's a carved lava Cameo. But since I never really actually for sure had one before, I thought I would ask to see what you guys thought. Yeah, Meg, you're exactly on the same track I was. She says it meets the characteristics of lava cameos, but I've never had one. Yeah, me either. That was why I thought I would ask. All
If you
right.
look at the images on like Google, I believe that particular lady, it is slightly different, but it has almost the same image as some of these other lava
Her
cameos.
hair is similar. So like to me the period was similar. Like the style
Right.
period was similar.
Where
You'll
they have
see the
them
front.
little twirls in the back.
Yes.
Mhm.
So for anybody that doesn't, so I am super far away from being a cameo expert, super far. But hairstyle and noses are really important when you look at old cameos, and of course the findings and how it sits in the frame and all that stuff. So this one is, I feel very confident saying it's old. It's not a reproduction, I don't believe. But her nose is the noses get smaller during a certain period, whereas earlier, like the really, you get Romanesque type noses or pointy noses, or and she's pretty, which will help our value a little bit because some of them are not as pretty. But her hairstyle points to a certain period. Whereas you see like the newer ones all have the same hairstyle, and some of the older ones have different hairstyles, and she's not necessarily going for the Victorian girl look. She's a little further on. Oh, Chat GPT says it looks okay for a lava one. So, all right. Well, thank you much. I appreciate your input. I got this in a lot on eBay for the lot was $4.99, and all the cameos were that good. I don't know who was sleeping on it, but
Very nice.
I'm seeing where Ashley is. No, I don't think that was underpriced.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks.
Although it doesn't
black-
have your tube hinge thingamajig.
No, it's old. I mean, it's older because you can tell because of how the hinge and stuff is. It's just not
I've had it forever, and I had it higher,
Is
and
it
I kept lowering it and lowering
what's
it.
it made of?
is it jet?
I
I
don't
think it
know.
is.
I don't know. At one time I had it in the title, but I wasn't sure.
It's pretty shiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's too shiny almost for wood.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't wood. It was cold to the touch. Um,
Oh, jet isn't
No,
cold,
maybe
is
it's
it?
a stone.
I
No,
had
it's
Yeah,
wood.
morning, like morning in the title for a while. I had jet in the title for a while, and
I agree with the morning thing.
Yeah.
right. And then I thought maybe I should put Japan, but that wasn't the time period
It's
for
not
that, right?
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not do that. It might have been glass. It could have been old glass.
Or some
this-
stone.
I was just
It
happy
could
to
have been a
see it go
stone.
finally.
It was old enough that no, but I think you're probably pretty close to the price.
Cool.
Jewelry something where you could add the keyword Gothic, or is that a different thing?
Oh,
'Cause
you
I
can.
could-
Yeah,
on
you
the side.
can. They kind of go more for the mourning, like that's how we say dead. That's how
Mhm.
we
Right.
say that's how we say dead people in a nice way is mourning. Yeah.
Because I could see that on, like, you know how Kat Von D is dressing these days in her outfits. It's
No, I
like
would
God.
not know that. No, Sherry, I would
Oh,
not have any idea. And
Yeah,
not
she's
Oh.
pretty
necessary.
much mourning herself. Like she's all blacked out and tattoos. Like her arms are black. Like it's tattoo ink. It's like full sleeves and everything. Yeah, she's
yeah,
out
and
there.
she dresses a little bit like a witch sometimes and puts her hair in a bun. I could see that, like, Gothic, witchy, but I'm
Yeah.
not the jewelry gal. So that's my 2 cents, over and out.
I have good luck. Meg said with her skeleton keychain, yeah, there's nothing wrong with putting Gothic in it at all. But if they're a new modern, like a more modern skeleton, I have really good. If you put Day of the Dead, I think that's a search thing. People search for Day of the Dead stuff. So I had one this morning. So I'm going to turn it over to Lynn. I have no idea either, Audrey. I am not cool, and I know no one. I am not in the know. Oh, I was going to spotlight you, but you are host. You can make yourself spotlighted. Well,
You
look,
see my
Lynn,
socks?
both your socks even match. So you've like got me beat. You look great.
All right, here we go. Okay, just I guess first I'm gonna go through and show you everything I got, and then I'm gonna go zoom in on some of the pieces because I want you to get an overall view of how much stuff this was. It was $1,500. I drove 4 hours for this, and the pictures that he showed, I had already decided I wanted the order, and he just kept sending me more pictures and more pictures and more pictures. And I said, okay, I get the idea. Where can we meet? And he just kept sending more pictures. And I said, how many pieces is this? He said, probably 1,000. And then he goes, no, more like 2,000. And then he goes, no, more like 3,000. So I'm thinking, I definitely can get my money back out, out of $1,500. The first pieces he showed me obviously were the best, and I think they just kept getting worse and worse and worse the more pictures he was showing me. But anyway, let me go through these and just give you an idea. So we have tons of brooches. Hang on, I can't zoom in. I have to like go all the way up to it. So tons of brooches, a box of rings. I've kind of sorted these out already. Bracelets, necklaces. These are all earrings, and I honestly have not even gone through all the earrings. And then up here is a box of Christmas brooches and pins and earrings. This stuff I sorted already, needs to be cleaned or repaired, but it's good pieces. Here's some more necklaces, and this is layered full of necklaces. Okay, I'm going to try not to walk too fast, but I have to go in the other room. But this is drawers full of 20 pieces that I've already sorted. And then up here on my light box, I put the best pieces. And okay, I'm going to try not to make you dizzy. But I have to go in the other room because I have all of this as well. So these are all necklaces, gold. He divided up gold and silver. He's back there, and pearls. Here's some more, another tray full, one in a box, more necklaces there, and all of that. So I don't know, how many pieces do you think? 3,000? I found this on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to go back in here and show you the best pieces. So these are originally what he sent me, and I thought, oh my gosh, them are some beautiful Weiss brooches. So this one's Weiss, this one's Weiss. These are Weiss earrings. This one's unbranded. This is a Sarah Coventry, which I've sold before. This is one of Sarah Coventry's better pieces. And they also have earrings, I think, that go with it. I had the earrings with the last set, and it sold for
Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, that's it. $59, $69, something like that. It's not real high price, but it's still a great piece. It might be lower now because Sarah Coventry doesn't do so well. And then a couple other brooches. This one's kind of a cool. It's a stretch bracelet, and I'm not big on stretch bracelets, but I just love the stones on it. This one I cleaned up. It's missing some blue rhinestones, but it's a clamper bracelet. Newer, as well as this one. It's gorgeous. These three pieces he had in a separate bag. They're kind of cool. They're just pendants. Not sure exactly what to do with them, if I should put a chain on them, but I don't think I'm going to have a chain that matches the color of them. I might just put them all three together in one. Here's a couple bracelets. This one right here is a cool Omega one. I think it's labeled. Hang on. It's Avon, but see, that's one of the cooler Avon pieces. And this is a deep set stone, different stone ones. Some African trade beads. I couldn't believe he had these in here. They're pretty cool. You can tell they almost look like clay, but they're actually glass. And they have this big hole in the middle. That's kind of how you can tell, because they're furnace fired. This is one of those Indian, I don't know what you'd call them. It's got a M name that I can't pronounce. And here's some other bracelets. This one up here is Mexican. It says Mexico's 925, but it is not. It's magnetic. So I don't know if it's a knockoff. And a cool little charm bracelet. There was one 10-karat gold, little tiny earrings, cute little sterling silver butterfly, and a bag of sterling, which half of it isn't sterling. He told me, I have a bag of sterling for you and a bag of gold, and none of it has been what he said, and except this 10-karat gold earrings, which are not very heavy. They're real thin pressed metal. So down here, so how I sorted it, let me start with the good stuff. I sorted it into my drawers. These are all ready to be photographed, but there's some MMA stuff. I don't know how to really go through this, but I'm just gonna like show you generally what I pull out that are good pieces. This is modern. A lot of the stuff ended up being more modern, but some of it's still really good to list. These are mother of pearl earrings. And of course we've got the crystal ones, but this one actually has the gray and the clear on it, which I think was kind of interesting. This is a really cool piece. Larry, you always talk about what pieces are good and what pieces are not good. This is cool stuff to me. I love this. And then I found earrings that matched it. These are huggy earrings. So I thought that was a cool piece. Um, like I said, some of these are more modern pieces, but I don't tend to list a whole lot of modern anymore because they just don't sell as fast. Them are some cool earrings. There's not a whole lot of marked. I believe he went through and pulled out all the good stuff. I mean, the really good stuff. Because you think there'd be some really good stuff in this much jewelry, but that's what I think he bought it for, was the really good stuff, and then he just sells it off. All the rest he sells off. Some cool charm bracelets.
Each drawer represents one day of listing.
Yes. Here's gorgeous. This just doesn't show the sparkle on camera. It is crystal clear, which is very unusual. And I don't list a whole lot of clear brooches, but if they're named or if they're as bright and beautiful as that, I will. This one was really pretty. This one I kind of questioned whether or not to list these handmade pieces, but at one time I seen that they sell pretty good, and I thought, what the heck? I'll just give it a try. It'd be something new for me to list. This is the type of stuff I pick up a lot, the linked necklaces. This one, that necklace here, big chunky gold stuff sells good, and with these dangles on it, should sell not for a whole lot. I mean, that's a $25 piece maybe. This one looked sterling to me. Looks like a handmade artisan piece. I didn't test it yet, but it's unique. Love that piece. I love artisan pieces. This one is a cool charm bracelet. Reminds me of Betsy Johnson, but it's not marked. So I definitely am not going to say that, but isn't that cool? That's like a newer piece. Oh, this one. Check this out. Everybody knows what that is by now, right? I don't think I've found maybe one or two of these in my jewelry life.
Dragon's breath.
Yep. Very good.
Yay!
The
10 stars for me.
it is so pretty. I almost want to keep it, but the clamper is in really bad condition. Look at the inside of it.
And you're not worried about that with all the other pieces in that drawer, like it contaminate. I'm just like paranoid with contamination.
Oh
Like,
no, it's not.
it's not verdigris. Okay.
It's, well, looking at it now, I'm looking at it closer here. I could clean it more. I did clean it, but it does still have some green verdigris in there, which I'll have to go back to when we're done. This is another piece. Would you sell this or not? It's embroidered snap leather. I kind of looked them up and thought $25, which I was really surprised about. I thought I would give it a try. I've never sold any of them before. There's some brand new pieces in here. This is like one of those full body, and I'm not into that stuff too much, but I thought I would give it a try. It's new. You can tell it's brand new. Look at the back on it.
Are you going to photograph that? You're going to put it on like a big mannequin?
Well, I'm not going to model it. That's for sure.
I think you should.
I do have a half body mannequin. I might do that. It's probably going to be the best way to present it because otherwise it probably won't sell. This
What
one is
about
upside down.
for that blue one? I can see a belly dancer wearing that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be a good keyword for the title in the title.
Yeah.
This one too is like um I'm like confused kind of at how you wear it. I think it's around the neck. Is that right?
I have no idea. Maybe it's a headpiece, head wrap?
I
No.
thought a headpiece, but it'd be hanging over your eyes. It's fairly long.
Both of those
I don't
things
know.
are the belly dancer wears.
Maybe it goes
Oh,
They're
on the,
their costume wears.
okay.
You put it
maybe,
on your forehead.
I
I
think
love these
maybe,
kind. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just saying, I'm sorry. I think maybe it goes the other way down the back of the hair. Maybe.
Down
I mean,
down
if
the
you have long,
down the back of the hair.
instead of it going for, like if you wear it as a headband, but instead of it going with the charms and stuff forward, would it go backwards and go down the back of the head? Like
Oh,
that might
yeah,
be. Maybe.
interesting. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to display that, but since it came in this lot, I'm gonna try it and it'll be the first. Um, these bracelets, this one's real lightweight, and it is a new one. It's not even been worn. It's a clamper. Um, I think with these inset little rhinestones, that helps sell them. I think people like them. This one's kind of cool, clamper. This one is new, and I debated about it, but it almost looks stone because it's not really transparent like glass, but it's cold. But I think it's glass. I really do. I just think it's kind of a unique glass. These are really cool earrings. Just chunky, big statement stuff sells. And this is another gorgeous piece, which I should have had up on the top, but it's not labeled. It's probably Beau Jewels or Judy Lee. It's got the lava rocks inside.
Pretty.
This is probably a $35 piece, you think, Carrie, or 40?
Yeah, probably right in there. That's probably my favorite piece that you've gotten. I like
Yeah,
that one.
there's not a lot of that, unfortunately. A lot of $25 pieces in here. This one's kind of cool too. It's nothing real, you know, absolute gorgeous, but it's pretty. This little red, white, and blue necklace has a pair of earrings to go with it. It's kind of a, um, what do you want to say, bicentennial or American?
What is
Hang
that
on, I'm
rainbow
gonna
thing
check.
in the back on the top
Yeah,
left?
this is different. Hang on one sec. I'm gonna try to clean my camera off. Hold on. I feel like it's dirty or something. I'm getting a clear view. This is real lightweight. I think it almost feels like plastic folded
Plastic?
over,
Huh.
but it's so unique and it has like
Yeah.
little tassel thing on the bottom. I thought I would give that one a try because it's just different.
Those
Different,
almost
yeah.
look like paper clips.
Yeah, I think you're right underneath. It's a handmade one for sure. Here's a couple, whoops, enamel. And I usually lot these together. I have some more. These are clamper ones. No, one's a bangle, one's a clamper. Um, Probably lot a bunch of them together. They don't sell real fast, but that's probably $15-20. This one, I sell this one a lot. It's a Monet glossy bangle. This one's really pretty. I think this one's marked too. Yeah. It's Avon, but it's really nice, shiny. It's in excellent condition. Um, and then a lot of earrings. This is a little glass snake. Yeah, don't ask me, but I thought it was pretty cool. This one is really pretty. Blue rhinestones with red. I think these are glass. No, maybe they're acrylic. But it was a really different one. That was in one of his first photos that he sent. And then this one is really pretty. There we're talking another 25. I'll probably list it at. There's some cute little earrings that are marked if you can see them. And they are Kramer's. Kramer's always a good brand to pick up. This bracelet here is pretty cool. This one's different. It's plastic. I don't know, $20, $15, $20. This one's a newer one. I debate about listing these because they're all over the place. You can see them everywhere. And this one as well is just kind of cool rhinestones around the edges. These two are modern. I would probably put them at, I would start them at 25 and maybe go down to, well, down to 15 actually. Here's another gorgeous rhinestone one. It's like blurry. The closer I get, the blurrier it gets. That's a cool rhinestone. This tortoise shell or faux tortoise shell art is always a good thing to sell. This one I love. It looks like Alexis Batar. I always say Alex Batar. It's a clamper. It's so heavy. I can't even open it with one hand. Oh, it's magnetic. It's not marked, but it's got this cool acrylic side on it. This is one of my favorite pieces. This probably, since it's not marked, I'll probably, I don't know, $49.99, maybe $39.99, something like that. These always do well. It takes a little bit to sell them, but them expandable bracelets, especially the cha-cha, they sell. They're not real fast movers, but they do sell. This one's pretty cool. I love this type of, this is newer, has a toggle clasp on it, but a lot of these, this kind of looks like the vintage pieces that I love selling. That one I'd probably put at 25 again. This one too, I don't know if I should sell this or not. It's got it in a dent right there, but it's just so interesting. Would you sell it with a dent? Just disclose it?
Yeah, if you decide to sell it, just disclose it.
All right, here's another. This one was really pretty too. It came with the earrings. It is probably a $35 piece with the earrings, just because it's new. You can tell by the back it's textured. And real shiny, shiny, shiny. So it tells me it's brand new. This one I love. Look at that. It's a necklace with tassels. It's new. I'm trying to get to the clasp. It is a, can't read it. Oh, it says made in China, but it is such a good representation of a vintage piece. I love that piece. And these sparkly little earrings. This is stuff that I would pick up. I don't have any in the bottom. So that's all stuff I would pick up already. So I was happy to get all that. And then these brooches are all just kind of mediocre brooches that will probably get lotted up. There's some Russian painted, hand painted brooches. If I get like one more, I'll probably put 3 in a lot, sell them for $20, $25. They don't sell very well, very fast. The rings, they're all used. They all kind of have wear on them. You know, them are hard for me to figure out what to do with. They're all like in the $15 range. This box of bracelets is stuff I think is pretty cool. I love this one. Big, chunky, etched silver tone. That would probably be a $25 one. This one's kind of a cuff, you know, Egyptian style. It's pretty cool, but it's real thin, so it's not worth a whole lot. This one I debated about. I sell these all the time, but this one's just kind of, I call it frilly, because it's got the jagged stripes through it. But these asymmetrical acrylic, they do well for me. I sell them all the time. This one is a shell. If you look at the inside, you can kind of see that it is shell and it is heavy. It's just a very interesting piece. I thought I would at least try to sell that. This one I'm debating about. What do you think? I'm thinking of throwing it in the lot, but it is all made with seeds. Probably, well, it's ethnic. I don't know what else to call it. It's just a kind of a wired cuff. This one right here, oh, this one right here is a Napier. I always sell Napier. I love Napiers. They're just classic style, but it has a lot of scratches on it, as you can see. So that one's iffy for me. These two abalone inlays I'm going to put together. They're just kind of lightweight ones, nothing real exceptional, but they're still good pieces and they will sell. This one looks artisan made, and these right here, I'll probably throw together. This one right here looks like a cheap bangle, but I tested it. It is Bakelite. So that one will sell separate. This one's cloisonne. I pick them up all the time. And this box right here, these I lot up. I think they're kind of cool. The ones that have the stones on the edges. There's just different ones. They're not real high price. They're probably $15. This one, excuse me. This one is filled with rhinestones. They're stretch ones. I don't even know if I'm going to list them.
Would you lot those all together? And if so, how much would you charge?
Like these, I would lot together for probably $19.99. The pearl one's kind of cool, but it's real lightweight. These other ones, I think this one's really pretty. It's shiny and new. It's got a wing on it, which is popular. It's like a $15 one. This one I love. It's just dainty. It's got the little rhinestone channel set. Not really channel set. They're more like pave rhinestones on half of it. It is, it's almost like it should be lotted with something else. So I may end up putting it with something else. I don't know. And this one I can't decide. It's kind of cool, but I feel like it's missing a center stone. But there's nothing really to set it in or a pearl. So I'm thinking it's just made that way. I'm like, they're sitting here separate because I might lot them with something else. Them too. This one would probably be $15. Now I got all these bracelets that are definitely not gonna sell separate. I'm just gonna throw them in a scrap lot. There, except for these on the end. There's some charm bracelets here that are kind of cool. I love selling charm bracelets. They're fun. There's some Princess Di ones. I'll probably lot them up or scrap them. All the bangles, all these thin wired bangles, I would throw in a lot. They don't sell very well, but you got to put them cheap enough and somebody buys them. I think they use them to make other things with, like charm bracelets, or put a little, just one charm on them. And all this other stuff is kind of crap. This is about the best one out of here. It's glass. Have you ever heard of the name Plunder? I've been seeing a lot of that. It's kind of a cheaper brand, and I think they closed up shop. And here's some necklaces I will list. These right here, this is plastic. I'm going to throw it with some other Avon ones I have and do a lot of them because they're still kind of fun, interesting shaped ones. This is a stone one. I'm going to throw it with some other stone necklaces. And this is the freshwater pearls. I always list freshwater pearl ones. Sometimes decent ones you can get $45, $50 out of. This Tahitian pearl one is probably more in the $25 range, just because I feel like it's cheaply made. It's got thin wires holding it together. This one's really pretty. This is true vintage. You can kind of tell by the way it's worn, how the hook clasp is on the end. and it hooks into the other rhinestones. This one has a cool, this might even be Bakelite. I didn't test that yet. This one's all glass. It's got some stripes on it. This cool wide drop rhinestone one. That one's newer though. This is mother of pearl. Stuff like that I sell all the time. This one's glass. That I might throw in with some other glass pieces. Then we have a whole bunch of other stuff that's iffy. There's some cat things, men's jewelry, and all the crystal ones. We always get these crystal ones. I wanted to point out this one. This is definitely something I would list because it's got these little gold caps on the ends of them. It's different than your typical crystal ones. The other ones, I'll probably lot together with the necklace, bracelet, earrings, because I have tons of them. If I can get up. Here's all the earrings, like I said earlier, that I haven't even gone through. There's more underneath here. This stuff, I want to show you this box, is the only box of scrap out of all that. These are broken, tarnished crap pieces. Again, I showed you all this. Out of the Christmas ones, I think this is the best one. Isn't he cute? I've never seen one like that. That's about the best one. These are about the best of the Christmas. Nothing real special. These right here, I might lot up. They're all kind of wooden ethnic style. I thought that was kind of neat tassel. And this, I might put some of them together. All this other stuff, I'm probably just gonna put in bags and bring to the flea market. I put them in individual bags and bring them to the flea market, and the lady buys them for $1 a necklace. But she wants to pick them. That's the problem with this one lady. She wants to pick which ones she wants. Now there's another guy who buys them all just by the bag. Like I put them in 50 necklaces per bag, and I throw in a couple extra just to make sure I counted right. This box right here is probably the best. This one's the second best. These right here, if you wanted to list modern necklaces, this is probably the kind I would list, but I'm not going to because I have 4,000 items in my store. I don't need any more of these modern style necklaces. This one's glass. I debated about it. I would probably list it, but it's the hook's missing, or it's not. There's something wrong with it. Let's put it that way. These are all plastic. I will not list them. Not plastic. A lot of these are chains, chunky dangle necklaces, but they're all like discolored because they're cheaper. The chains don't look good. This stuff in here, this one right here, I believe is Anne Klein. I think that's her logo, the little lion. That one, I'm going to test to see if these are glass. If they are glass, then I will probably list that. No, I'm not going to list it. I remember why I wasn't going to list it. Look at the chain. The chain is all darkened in spots. Like this one, pretty cool. Would I list it? Maybe, but the chain doesn't look so good, and it's modern, and you find a million of them around. Like this one, this is glass, but it's not desirable. They're just so much of this. There's a lot of these gold chains are usable. I'll probably put pendants on them, or I don't know, lot them up. Which
Can I ask you a question? Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't know like when was the appropriate time to ask.
No, just chime
Okay.
in.
Okay, so when you bought this lot, were you able to like pick through, or you just had to take everything? And if yes, did you negotiate on the price that they were asking?
When he started throwing out, do you want to buy the piece or do you want all of it? I hadn't made up my mind yet, and I let him talk, and I just kind of let him talk. And he goes, okay, I'll throw in the sterling silver stuff. Okay, I'll throw in the gold. Okay, I'll just take everything else out of my store.
What was the ad
And
for? Like, what did the ad say that you
um, something with clear out,
okay.
all inventory needs to be gone,
Okay.
something on that order. Um, Apparently he buys all year long
Mm.
and pulls out what he wants and likes and sells, and then he gets rid of all the rest. And I thought I would give it a try one time just to see, because I knew I could get my money back. That wasn't an issue.
So he quoted you 1,500 right off the bat?
Yes,
And did
it
he
was it was
go ahead?
1,500, and I thought I was gonna be able to talk him down, but when he just kept sending more and more and more and more and more pictures, and when I asked him how many pieces, I
Right.
thought there's no way I can talk him down on this. I could have tried, but I still felt like 1,500 was a good deal.
And how far did you drive?
4 hours?
Yeah, so he knew you were committed at that point. He had no
Exactly.
motive to lower the price.
Right.
See, I don't think
Yeah.
that's true because that lady in Kansas knew I was going to walk away. And I absolutely was going to get in the car and walk away. And that was a 5-hour drive. And if she wouldn't have came down to $1,000, I would have went home. So don't let that stop you guys from fighting with people at price because I
Yeah,
would have
I
went home.
definitely would agree. Um I wouldn't stop at negotiating because I always negotiate. I always do. And I didn't on this one because I felt like he was giving me $1,500 worth of stuff. And maybe it's just because he's a good talker. I don't know.
Did you look
But
through everything when you got there?
he actually had it in Rubbermaids, and a lot of it we had to take out of his containers and put into our containers. So
Hmm.
I
So that
was looking through it then.
ah, is there anything you
And
didn't take? Like, was there anything like, oh no, I don't want this, or
no, he asked if I wanted to buy it individually or as a lot. And when I started thinking if I do it individually, it's going to be a higher price.
right?
And it ended up being like $5. I okay, let me go grab my little list here. So I counted up about 284 to about 300 pieces because I still have to clean some that I didn't account for. So
Okay.
I have about 300 pieces and $1,500. So that'd be $5 a piece for the stuff that's good that I should be able to get $15 to $50.
That's like the stuff
So
you showed us in the drawers.
yeah, yeah, that's all I counted was that. All this excess stuff that's on the floor here is extra. That-
Mm.
So if I sell everything 300 pieces at $15, um, how did I figure it? I would only have to sell 100 pieces to get my money back at $15. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. All the rest will be sold. Like this box of earrings is going to be lotted up in maybe 5, 6, you know, 5 or 6 sets.
How would you lot those up by color, by type, by
Like, see these, I have them all in the corner here. All these I
purple,
would put together, not purple, but just like acrylic,
acrylic, and
um,
plastic? Okay.
clip. Actually, you were talking about screwbacks, Carrie, the other day. I sold 3 screwbacks in one day, so I
Hmm.
do sell them. I do like these large, chunky gold clip-ons. I'll put together because if somebody wants, if they like that style, they're gonna buy a 6 pack of them.
That bright blue one right there, I just lotted together
These,
to your left, the cluster.
yeah, these I'll
Um,
put together.
yeah, I put together about 6 pair of clusters like that, and it sold in a couple of days for $20.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I may have been too
exactly.
low, but they sold.
No, that's about right. You can sell them faster the lower, obviously, the lower you have them. But It's exhausting. I'll tell you that. It's
How many
absolutely
hours do you have
exhausting
into
going through
sorting
it.
all of this?
Well, the good thing about it is I would take a Rubbermaid and sit in front of the TV at night and sort, and I have all my my individual boxes that I'm throwing them into, or I had my drawers there one night, so all the good stuff was going in the drawers. I just got it Friday, so I've been doing it all weekend at night. So yeah,
Wow.
but this stuff like right here, I should be able to sell for 30, 35 on to about 50, maybe. Some of them, 30 to 50 probably.
How many weeks or months of inventory would you consider this?
Well, in my drawers is for sure 11 days. I have one spare drawer on the bottom to fill yet. So there's 12 days. And then if I sold everything, it would be 100 days worth. About 3 months. He said he'll have more. So
So you're
I
not gonna
don't know.
at this point. You won't stop. You'll still look on the side to source
Oh
more
yeah.
stuff all the time.
I'm still going to the flea market because at the flea market I pick and choose the items and I come home with maybe 3 pieces that are bad that I overlooked a flaw. With this stresses me out having this much excess that I don't know what to do with. And I have to figure out a better process. And I'm considering what Carrie does and throws it in a large flat rate and just mixing necklaces and bracelets and brooches and all that, rather than doing several different lots. That's the part where I like going to the flea market rather than doing stuff like this because of all the excess. So that's about the extent. What time is it?
10:55.
All right, I'm gonna shut my camera off.
Hey,
If I can
Lynn,
figure
for
that out.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
you
no
say you
problem.
started the
Sure.
sorting process on Friday and today's Tuesday. Uh, this is more than 2 hours of work. You're into this for 8. How many hours would you say you got into sorting this stuff?
Well, one night I was up till 11 doing it. Um, hang on. All right.
Hey, Lindy, for that one bracelet that you said you might put in a lot, and you said it was made with seeds and it had the flower on it. You know the one I'm talking about?
The
Is
pod
she
one.
here? Yeah, do you guys ever use the keyword tiki for those? Because I don't know if it's probably not where you're at, but over here, like tiki is a big thing, like with the hot rod culture and like the vintage tiki people, and the girls do their hair in the like I don't know old style or whatever, and they buy all that stuff. There's stores around here that just sell tiki. Yeah, so I think tiki would
You're
be
on
a
mute,
good word.
Lynn.
The sneaky
Like
tiki boat.
like TIKI?
Yeah, yeah, those girls they buy all that stuff and they put like the flower on one side and they wear those 40s or 50s dresses, and then if they're lucky they have a boyfriend with a hot rod and they go to all those shows, the tiki shows and the hot rod shows and all that. So I think though that would sell, if you use the word
Okay.
tiki. Yeah. All right.
That's a
Over
new
and out.
one.
Yeah, and I sent Carrie pictures of Kat Von D. Who was talking about that black brooch? Was that you or was that someone else?
I think it was Nicole's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh, Carrie agreed that Kat Von D would wear that. All
Yeah, for
right.
sure.
I think she dated
I had a
Marilyn Manson.
Mexican dancer brooch this morning. I cannot figure out a keyword for it. And then I'm like, oh, I'll put flamenco dancer. And Roddy's like, or one of the people I was doing it in the 24 hour, and they're like, how'd you know how to spell flamenco? I'm like, do you guys hear that Mr. Jones and Me song in the 90s? Like, the flamenco dancers? That's how I knew that word. See, we can, other than that, I'm not good at keywords for sure. So tiki was a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.